Another Monday, another vlog. Hi guys, welcome to another vlog. It is Monday, yes indeed. And as you can see from the title, we'll be speaking about the breast cancer reoccurrence scare that I had during my pregnancy. And my little one is here wanting to feature. So let me bring her up, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the vlog. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. It's just me just telling my story. It's just a story time. Story time kind of Monday. And just the things that we go through. Honestly, as women, we go through the most. Listen, then you have breast cancer. Then you're going through the most and the most and the most. So, yeah. But I'm so grateful that my pregnancy wasn't difficult, because on top of everything else, I had a very smooth pregnancy. So that is... Okay, anyway, let's get into it. I'm getting distracted. Let's get into it. I'll be talking about my breast cancer reoccurrence scare that happened during my pregnancy. And actually the reason why I'm sharing this is because I was going through my phone, because now that I have a baby, I'm always taking pictures and videos, right? So I don't have space. And so I then came across this video that I made when I was a few months pregnant. I was in my first trimester, and I was in my first trimester, and I had actually not even first trimester. I think I was like a month pregnant. I just found out that I was pregnant, and then I found a lump in my left breast, which is the same breast that had the cancerous lump the first time. And it was hard, you know, and I'm sharing this because there's probably women who are breast cancer survivors who are pregnant, and that fear of the reoccurrence happening, maybe because your cancer, the cancer that you had was hormone triggered, and so being pregnant, obviously your hormones are going to like go up and down, and they're going to increase, and so the worry of it coming back because of that can be really hard, and can also put a pause on your desire to have children, because you're already scared. You're like, I really want to have kids. Firstly, having cancer can decrease your opportunity of having a baby, because the fertility rate decreases, and now you are pregnant, and now you have to think and worry about cancer coming back, and you're just like, what does that mean? Because then you may have to terminate, or you may have to live with the fact that maybe if you go through treatment, your child may have defects or abnormalities because of the treatment, or if you choose to do it afterwards, then that also poses a risk, because then what if it spreads, because they can only then treat you in 9 months after you give birth, right? And even then, man, like after you give birth, you're trying to recover, and then all of a sudden you have to think of treatment immediately after that. So that was a bit scary. And so I just want to share a snippet of the time when I had that scare. I think it was in August, because that's when I found out that I was pregnant. Well, yeah, I think it was August. And so shortly after that, then I find this lump, and I'm hella scared. And it was really hard because I hadn't told anyone that I was pregnant yet. My plan was to tell people when I was like 2-3 months or something, and then all of a sudden now I have to go through this alone. Obviously I had my husband, but I couldn't share anything. I hadn't told my parents yet. I wanted to wait for them to come down in October. So you can imagine, I'm going through the most, and it's really hard. And I think it made me think of even people who have miscarriages in their first trimester, where you hadn't told anyone yet, and you kind of have to carry on as if nothing happened, as if you didn't have this baby within you. And honestly, just the thought of having the cancer and having to go through treatment, or to consider whether or not I'd terminate or not, and it was a lot. It literally, I felt like I was mourning the loss of my child, and it was my first child. I'm a first-time mom, and I absolutely love this bundle of joy of mine, and already she's a miracle baby, you know. And now to think that I may have to live with the fact that there's abnormalities, or terminate, or then think about if it reoccurs and I do it later, it was just a lot. It was a lot. But here's a snippet, and then I'll come back and I'll share.
This is like one of the worst feelings in the world. I cried. I cried a lot. I feel like I mourned, actually. I feel like that's what I went through. I went through a brief but heavy moment of mourning. And I mourned the idea or the thought of not being able to have this baby. It actually felt like I lost the baby. I'm not someone who worries about things out of my control. In fact, if you've seen my first 2 videos when I was speaking about my cancer journey, I was hopeful. My response to getting cancer was like, okay, you know. I was like, oh, I gotta do my hair before my hair falls off. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get time off of work. But finding something or a lump now, I think it would have been better if I wasn't pregnant. Because now I'm like, I can't even enjoy the pregnancy. And I usually don't cry or stress for things out of my control, but this, I think my husband's coming out the room. But this has me emotional. It has me, it feels just as bad as losing a child. Cool, I'm back. Mommy diaries. I say mommy diaries because I'm still gonna hold on to my little girl. Well, I believe it's a girl. I'm not even 2 months, I'm like a month. But based on my mom's dream, it's probably a boy. I hope I don't look ugly. Look what the baby already did to me. So, as I was saying, I cried. I'll probably still cry every single day until Friday. Today is Tuesday, so I'll probably cry every day until then. I'm probably gonna exercise every day until then. I really hope it's nothing, but I'm just like, why then? Why? Quite interestingly, none of it actually makes me want to question God, give up on God. Even the first time, actually, my hope is so strong. And it's not even questionable. It's not even a thing right now. I don't even question, why would it come now when I have the baby? Nope. If anyone is ever wondering, it doesn't. But I'm hella nervous. I'm hella nervous. I was telling my husband that I was like, but what if it's the pregnancy that brought it up? Like, what if the pregnancy hormones caused it to happen? I mean, I wouldn't not hate, that's a strong word, but you know what I mean, like I wouldn't regret potentially falling pregnant just because it came back. I've seen people overcome the second time, and I've done it once, I can do it again. I could do it again, and I've seen how I did it the first. I'm like let's do it. The only thing I won't like is and yeah, I just wouldn't like the chemo aspect. But other than that, it is what it is. It is what it is. But anyway, I think this is just my way to deal with everything. I think I was saying that I don't know if this will still exist after Friday. After it comes, like, I almost said after it comes back. I rebuke you in Jesus' name. I rebuke it. What I mean is, like, after I get my results, after the results come back, and it's nothing. I don't know if I'll still have these videos because I was like, I was just being emotional and like crying. Okay, I think I'm feeling better now. As you can hear, I'm feeling better. Clearly. Let me go speak to my bestie, who actually doesn't know I'm pregnant. So she's like, I can't even tell her. I can't even tell my mom. I want to tell them so bad. I just want to say, this is what's happening. But I don't. Because I know and I have a plan of when and how I'm going to tell them. Every single one of them. Like, I've planned how I'm going to tell them. My little sister, my mom, my dad. And I'll tell them end of September. My sister. Anytime between now, which is the end of August and the end of September. So I can't even share like what the pain of my heart really is. Because besides the cancer coming back, it's really just that like I can't enjoy the pregnancy and the thought that I have to like abort the baby. And if I do keep the baby, the fact that the baby might be hurt by the chemo and all of those things. So that is my fear, you know. So yeah, like it's just hard that I can't share that with like the two closest people to me. But I'm my husband, so we'll just be there and I'll just have to vent to him for now and just make videos. This is not the way I want to tell them. And I'm not going to let this make me tell them like this. I'm certainly not telling them with like, oh, babes. Like, what touches me most? The fact that I'm pregnant? No. Now we have to focus on two things. After Friday, once I get the results and they're fine, I think immediately I'll call them actually and be like, this living thing is so hard.
Yeah. So it was difficult. It was really difficult for me. And okay, let's please don't cry. It was really difficult for me. And I really couldn't tell anyone at the time. But I think the biggest thing was I also even searched online to like, okay, what's happening, Missy? I even searched. she won't let me. She wants me to like have her in the center. Okay, wait. Let me speak to the peoples. Let me speak to the peoples. Okay, let's do this. Let's be here, ne? We're almost finished, ne? And then I'm gonna give you that attention. Almost finished. And yeah, it was really tough. It was really tough because wait, let me just adjust her. Here. Here, Miss. Here, Miss. It was really tough because at the end of the day, you know, as a Christian for myself, there's a level of faith that you have. And the first time I was diagnosed, I was like faith on 1,000. I was just like, listen, I have so much hope, so much positive mindset, so much belief in me recovering, me doing better. But there's one thing I said to myself, I never want to go through this again. Like, listen, at the time I was just like, if this was to come back at this time, I don't have the strength to fight for this. Like, it would just have to be treatment and the Lord and the support group that's helped me. But Mina, strength, strong woman, I don't have. I'm not that person. And so I really wanted to like find out what it would look like, what my options would be if the cancer had come back. And the scariest thing as well was that I couldn't have my annual check done. I think I usually have it in. I forgot when I usually have it, but I couldn't have it done at the time because I was pregnant. So I had to postpone it till after I was pregnant. And you also wonder, like, what if something had come back and you can't now have your thyroid check because you're still pregnant, and you worry, man, that even though like my breast cancer wasn't hormone receptive, mine was triple negative. You just worry that what if somehow the hormones did the things and this lump that I'm seeing or feeling is from everything happening, you know? So it was hard. It was hard. I honestly kept praying. I kept praying that God, you protect this baby. And you know, when I look at my child now and I think that I almost lost her twice. Well, not twice, in the sense that I almost didn't have her because of being robbed the opportunity of being able to fall pregnant because of the diagnosis. And then the second thing is falling pregnant, being so great, like literally a few days after finding out, like literally a week, and then finding this lump and then being like, I could lose you. Like I was so happy and I was so ready to share this joy with the world, and I could lose you. That was very hard for me. And yeah, man, it was just a weird space to be in, and I couldn't share with anyone. And I haven't even told like anyone about this. Like, I mean, I did mention that there was a scare and things went fine, but I don't think they connected the dots that it was at the time when I just found out I was pregnant and how scary it was for me. So show a lot of grace to a woman who's pregnant. There are women who are pregnant and may find out they have cancer. You don't even have to have had cancer before. Let's say you find out you have cancer as you're pregnant, you know, going through that journey and the options that you have and what kind of support do you have. So I think, you know, there's a lot of groups through the hospital, through oncologists, through searching on Facebook, searching on Instagram, and I think when I create the breast cancer series in September, October, I really do want us to kind of reach out to one another and know that it's not just me. There's a whole network and a group of women who are going through what you're going through, who have overcome it, and who can answer the questions that you have. So yeah, it was hard, it was tough. We just keep going through the most. We keep going through the most. To be honest, I know it seems like I'm okay. I know it seems like I've healed, like, oh, I've gone through treatment, I've done surgery, so I'm fine. It's such a constant battle. And it's like, it's the gift that keeps on giving. Like, it's constantly giving. Like, and it's not even giving in a positive way. It's not like who that outfit is giving. It ain't giving. Like, it's just not. And yeah, it's tough. It's really, really hard. But we soldier on and we find the positive. We enjoy life where we can. It's hard on every aspect, man. Like medical bills, the admin of medical bills, then claiming and then fighting for this being paid, and then gap cover not covering this because it's not in hospital, but you're like, literally it's because of my cancer, I had to do blood tests, I had to do this, and you're just like, where must the finances come from? And then you are having a baby, and then you're like, where the finance be at? Where the money at? But she's worth it. She's absolutely worth every single effort, every single tear, every single scare and anxiety, and the 9 months and her being here. I'm in love. Absolutely in love. I love you so much, my news. So yeah, that was my story. That's what happened, and it was hard. It was hard. But she's here. She's here. She's here. She's here. Yeah, but look forward to other videos that I'll do. My hair is itchy, so sorry. Woo, it's on fire. Fire on fire. This girl is on fire. Fire. Oh, also, my hand is so big now, it looks like I'm flexing. I'm really not. Do you see my hand? Which is very different to this hand. I don't know if it can show. So I had lymphedema. I still do have, where because it was kind of spreading, like what's it before it did? It was kind of going through the lymph nodes, which is like the vessels it was going to transfer. They had to take out lymph nodes, and so it's almost like the pipes that allow for the drainage to happen, for liquid to flow through you. And so it's like water retention on my arm, and so I need to be wearing my sleeve, which I don't always do because I am not a behaved young hun. I don't behave and I don't do what I need to do. Then I end up having to go to see a physio, and I'm like, oh, I should have done the things, and then I didn't do the things. Like I keep coming in like, wow, I'll simple babes, I'll simple. Anyway, sorry, just bear with me, I'm a bit distracted, bear with me. Yeah, so there's also something called lymphedema that you deal with. I hope y'all behaving. If you do have lymphedema, I hope you're doing the right things. So yeah, I said this wouldn't be long and now it's long, so let me go. Bye.